Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today I think we're going to reach that level 54 reward because we have a brand new PLE cards, or at least we should, over here, which I'm very excited to see. The Summerslam 25 PLE cards, and interesting, so it's Sikoa and Sami Zayn. Those are the two that they've chosen. That's unusual. I did take a look at the backstage before coming on here, and the other ones are Karrion Kross, who of course lost to Sami Zayn, Jacob Fatu, who lost to Sikoa, but the other two were Jade Cargill and Lyra Valkyria. So I thought, well, Lyra Valkyria, she lost to Becky Lynch, so I thought there would be a Becky Lynch card, and the other one, Jade Cargill, of course, was she lost to Tiffany Stratton. But there doesn't appear to be any females here for the new tier. So our options here are Sami Zayn, who is a left arrow, or Sikoa, who is also a left arrow. Interesting. Well, Sikoa has the added benefit of having the United States Championship up here. So he would have a little bit of a boost from the championship. Interesting. We've also got Lights Out to play and Blocker Buster. See if we can get another shot at grabbing our JC Jane. So let's go ahead. We've got a 10% bonus chance of getting the JC Jane off the free pack. So let's go ahead and claim this first of all. So it's going to give us a whole bunch of SummerSlam cards. Down to the last three. I'm hoping that the next one's going to be the JC Jane card. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to pull it today either. Okay, we've got a decent number of little cards here. I still don't know what this Bo Dallas is. It's such a strange, unusual little card. Also, this is a crazy looking Triple H with the DX and doing the DX cross across the front. That's obviously Triple H with the latest, the last iteration of D-Generation X when he was with Shawn Michaels, rather than the first iteration, or even the second iteration where Triple H was in charge with X-Pac, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn and Chyna, of course. So I think it makes sense to use some super coins. I'm trying to decide if I want Sikoa or do I want Sami Zayn. Honestly, I was kind of hoping for some females, so I'm a little bit surprised. But maybe WWE Supercard didn't want to give away females immediately. I mean, I've got enough that I can make a pro of both of them, a pro Sami Zayn and Sikoa. What do our left arrows look like? That's a very good question. Okay, so we've got the Fortified 1 Kofi Kingston. We're going to have the Double Heroic Finn Balor. We've of course got the Pro Dominic Mysterio with the Intercontinental Championship, and this limited edition Ultimate Warrior should still be up there. Of course, we've got a whole bunch of other left arrows as well, but those are going to be the main ones. I really don't think we need more than one, if I am completely honest. I think if we get two, then the weaker one is going to be kind of left behind, because the Double Heroic Finn Balor should be the strongest card in the game at the moment. Then it should be followed by the Dominic Mysterio. Then it'll be the PLE card, and then possibly the Kofi Kingston, depending on whether the Kofi Kingston is going to be stronger than the Ultimate Warrior Limited Edition from the last one or not. We've also got this Pro Uncle Howdy on the way as well. So, in terms of SummerSlam 25 cards, our left arrows are pretty stacked. But we do need to use some super coins, so we might as well use them on something. The question is, would I rather have Sami Zayn or solo Sikoa? I'll say neither one of them's in my top 10 favourite current wrestlers. I think both of them could be doing a bit more. I'm slightly leaning towards Solo, literally because of the United States Championship. So let's see here. Solo, he is power and toughness. With the Solo Splash, it's not the Solo Splash. It's the Samoan Spike. This is his finisher, but okay. That is the hell of a kick, and this one is, of course, speed and charisma. Okay, let's look at the actual stats then. So this is 23.8, 25.4, 27.5, and 28.6. This one is 24.3, 25.8, 26.6, and 28.5. Okay, so the weakest stat here is 24.3, which is charisma. The weakest stat here is 23.8, which is significantly lower. The second one is 25.41. And the second weakest one on this is 25.8, so again, Solo is stronger. Our third one is 26.6. And this one, the third one is 27.58. And then, of course, the last one is 28.69. And his strongest one is 28.50. So the stats are spread out a little bit more evenly for Solo than they are for Sami. So Sami Zayn, his two strongest stats are stronger than Solo's, but his two weakest stats are weaker than Solo's. So what do we choose here? This is a very good question. I think I'm going to go for Solo Sikoa. Let's go ahead and grab our Solo. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot that one. And that is going to give us the final level up as well. So we're going to get our last level up reward. But of course, first of all, we're going to go ahead and claim our pro of Solo Sikoa here. And I'm going to lock that one down. I'm not going to go for the F1 or the F2 or even the F3 yet. I'm going to keep the rest of those super coins just in case anything else shows up here. Let's take a quick look at the rest of the stuff, see if anything else has changed. So WrestleMania 41 is still the select Dominic Mysterio, or maybe that's new? No, this is still the same. This is dual Bailey as well. I recognise that one. Oh, the brand new is Tony Storm. Card back. I recognise the Alistair Black one. I don't remember seeing this Tony Storm. Perhaps the Tony Storm one was there before. I don't know. Big old Grand Cat. May have forgotten. Okay, we've got the Charlotte Flair Legacy. Does this have anything new in it? Or is this just old cards? Will we even get to see it? Will it even show us? Okay, there we go. Ah, right, so this is from the Hell in a Cell. Which again, 25% chance. Contains 3 of these Charlottes, which I think I still need this one. I think I'm actually missing that. Interesting. Right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Performance Center and we are going to level up our solos and we're going to see what solo looks like at level 100 without his stats. So whereabouts is he? There he is, and it is this one. Seems that 3 was a bit much there. That'll do, because at level 86, I don't think that's quite enough. In fact, actually, I think I'm just going to go for some singles instead. That's 82, dang. Okay, let's go for that then. And that is complete. And we're going to level up the second Solo as well. And now let's take a quick look at the stats for Solo. He has 48.67 in Charisma, 51.73 in Speed, 53.2 in Power, and 56.99 in Toughness. Toughness, of course, being his strongest stat. Let's see what other images we have for Solo here. I think it's crazy that we don't have a Solo Sikoa in his suit. You know, the black suit with the red tie that he's known for using? It seems really strange that there's no image for that. My goodness, that was him all the way back in his NXT days. Back when he was North American champion. With the Ulafala, of course. Not the Shulafala, that's a different thing. Trying not to get the two mixed up. It feels like Solo doesn't have any particularly amazing images yet. Like, there's none that I would say, like, yes, this is the go-to one, this is the one that I'll definitely use for this character. The closest one I've got is the Ulafala, and I don't think the image even looks that good on him. I think this one might actually be the best image for Solo at the moment. Let's go ahead and use up some of these. And of course, we've already seen the stats, so we don't need to see them again. That is good enough. But there we go, we've got brand new Summerslam cards, which is Solo Sikoa and Sami. You can also get Jade Cargo, Lyra Valkyria, Karrion Kross, and Jacob Fatu on the Backstage store as well. So if you are looking for any of them, they are available. I need to lock down my Montez Fords as well. So we've got the pro of him. And let's go ahead and claim our final reward here. Level 54 reward. And it is a Liv Morgan, which is very, very cool. We're going to go ahead and lock that one down. And there she is. So with Liv Morgan, for example, I do have a go-to image for her, which is, if I can find it, this one where she's got the world title over her shoulder. Because, well, it's got the title image in it. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. With Solo Sikoa, like, there isn't a straight go-to one. If I wasn't using that, I would maybe go for the limited edition one. Or perhaps even the WrestleMania one. Since those ones are slightly rarer. Or, of course, there's also the Undertaker one. Let's go ahead and show that one off as well. Where she was doing her American Badass image. But this is the one that I like to use. I like to, whenever there's a title available, that's the image that I will most generally go with. Okay, what else do we have? War Games is going to be starting in an hour and 33 minutes. And, well, there you can see my deck. I need to actually properly put it together. In fact, let's go ahead and do that just now. It's nice and simple to do. What we're going to do here is we're just going to go for males, and we're going to go into the lowest ones. So the first ones we're going with is the right arrows. So I think we're using this Rey Mysterio because he's got the title over his shoulder. And the other one is the other John Cena. Then left arrows. Is Dominic. Down arrows. I think this one is the Batista, because this is the weakest Batista you can get that has a down arrow, or that has the. I mean, I want the title on it, so that's why I'm going with that one. And then the up arrows are big old Seamus. And what other ones? Oh, I was using AJ Styles for a right arrow as well. I had forgotten about that one. Eddie. And one more up arrow, I think, is the other Roman Reigns. There we go. So if I wanted to, I could swap out, for example, this John Cena here for the right arrow AJ Styles, because it has this very cool... AJ Styles actually has 2 images with that particular title, but this is the nicer one that's like more in colour. So that's the one that I am going to go with. And there we go, there is my deck all set up. You can see that I'm Summerslam 24, but by using this manager that gives plus power and toughness to my entire deck, and I'm also using 2 things that give minus a tremendous amount. So you want to go for minus and not go for plus. And you want to go for like the most amount. So even though Ambush there has minus 10.8 thousand to toughness and charisma, I want one that gives it to a singular stat. And the table is the best one for that one. It gives you the most chance to eliminate your opponents. This one has minus 12,000, because so long as you make one of your opponent's cards have 0 attack, it will be eliminated before the match even happens. So you can turn a 3-on-3 into a 3-on-2, which will give you the advantage to potentially win in a match where you wouldn't normally be able to win. So that is my setup for Wargames. Of course, we're going to get The Rock, we're going to get Montez Ford, we're going to get the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and we're going to get Chris Sabin, and then we're going to get the Pro of Finn Balor, and then on the heroic side, we're going to get a whole bunch of other cards, and then of course the second heroic Finn Balor, and that double heroic Finn Balor is going to be the strongest card in the game at this moment, with the exception possibly of the limited edition Davey Boy Smith British Bulldog, which I know that a few people have managed to get already, and I am looking to try and jump into that as well. Not into Wild. We're going to go into 24/7, and we're going to go ahead and claim this reward here. And now just to... Oh, I think that's actually the Carmella that I'm missing. I think the Season 2 Carmella is the one that I have been missing. Let's go ahead and check this with our Mega Collection. So the Season 2 Carmella... Yes, there she is. That was the one that I was missing from 24/7, which means I no longer have to play 24/7 because that's the final reward that I was missing from 24/7, so that is absolutely fantastic. Let's jump into SummerSlam Rocks, and we're going to certainly use that one, and I guess we'll just auto-select the rest of them. Carmella is the only one that we really particularly want. Now this should give us +1 to our Mega Collection, +0 to the mini collection because we've already completed it. And what we're doing here is we're just going to get 1 skull, and then the other 2 are just going to be down to pure luck. I'm not going to sit and try and grab all 3 skulls, and that is good enough. And I'm going to skip all because it keeps not giving me any decent rewards. Finally, the Sami Zayns are actually helpful because getting these super coins doesn't put us over 100,000 anymore because we managed to use them to get the Pro solo score. Okay, that didn't add anything to either one. Okay, we didn't get anything special there. Again, we've got 48 more of these to go. Once we finish this up, that will be the end of the video, and it'll be just about time for us to start War Games as well. Actually, it won't be the end of the video because I just remembered I haven't done Lights Out, and I haven't done the Blocker Breaker today. So we're going to do that in this video as well. Got a lot to do in WWE Supercard these days. which is becoming a part-time job at this stage, if you're trying to keep up with everything. There's part of me that enjoys having so much things to do in WWE Supercard. Like, there's always a reason to put it on, there's always a reason to play the Summerslam rocks. I've been making a lot more videos recently because I've got a lot more to show off, so I do appreciate that. But equally, I feel like I'm just a little bit worn out and just like, oh my goodness, I need to collect all of these various different cards for the Mega Collection to try and get this Zelina Vega and to try and get these Dominic Mysterios. Dominic Mysterios and Eddie Guerreros, I suppose. So at least we managed to get one off of the Mega Collection. So we're down to only 13 that we need. And do remember that there is a Wild Thursday going on. It is like Wild Wednesday, apart from yesterday. The Supercard forgot to update the rewards for Wild Wednesday, so they gave us a second Wild Wednesday today with the proper rewards. I've never had this WrestleMania 41 Tiffany Stratton before? Really? Have I not? Really? That's the first time I've ever pulled it? I could have sworn that I've had that Tiffany Stratton before. Maybe not. Okay. Well, we've got a new card. Supposedly. The thing is, I think I remember using that Tiffany Stratton card. So, I'm not entirely sure that's correct. Oh my goodness, we managed to pull a Dominic Mysterio. Thank goodness there was something from these rewards that reminds me that it's worth playing. So that is an F1 Dominic Mysterio. Absolutely huge. And that is fantastic. I was beginning to worry that that they had all ran out. Let's go into our combinables. Why can't I fortify this? He's in the performance center. Oh no, do I have him? I do. I've got him over here because his variant is Elimination Chamber. Right, well, I can't go fortifying the Dominic until he finishes in the chamber, in the performance center. I could play a couple of games of Elimination Chamber just to try and speed it up a little bit, but that will have to wait until we're finished with all of this, of course. So we finally got... Oh, that was +1 to the Mega Collection. I don't know what one it was that we were missing just there. That really took me by surprise. So we're down to only 12 cards that we need. My goodness, we're getting to the final parts. We're almost into the final 10. Oh my goodness, did we pull the Chad Gable pack? Finally, after all this time? There they are, look at all those wonderful, wonderful Chad Gables. Oh my goodness. This is the first time that I've pulled this. This is absolutely fantastic. All of those Chad Gables can all be used. That was tremendous. I have not seen that before. Look at all those Chads. that is wonderful. We're now back up to 38 of our cards. That is exactly why we're going for this. Look at this. This is all Chad Gables. Actually, I think that Pete Dunne might be one that we actually need. Let's see what else we've got here. We'll use up some of these. That Pete Dunne was one that we needed. That's +1 to the Mega Collection. So now we're down to only 11 that we need. We're getting dangerously close to that Zelina Vega. But I do know that there's a couple, like the Miz and Sheamus, that you can currently only get from the paid packs. Because they will be out a little bit later on. Let's take a quick look at our Mega Collection just quickly here. So what is we're missing? We are missing the Finn Balor that comes from the PvPs, Sheamus, which comes from the Gauntlet, which comes out in 5 days, The Miz, which comes out from Walk the Ropes, which is in 12 days, Finn Balor's PvP, Sheamus is the Gauntlet, AJ Styles is Survivor, we're still missing that one. This is the one card that I still need from Boom, the Kevin Owens from Season 4. Pete Dunne is also from Survivor. Finn Balor's also from PvP. Those Finn Balors, my goodness. Then Miz is Walk the Ropes once again. The Montez Ford, which also comes from PvP. And that appears to be it. Okay. So there isn't an awful lot left to go. You know, I really do hope that you've all been enjoying these slightly longer videos because of the SummerSlam Rocks. And if you are enjoying them, and you are still watching at this point, if you type into the comment section below, the Grand Cat Rocks, which is like SummerSlam Rocks apart from the Grand Cat, I will give you a personal little Grand Cat doing the little Roman Reigns acknowledgement in the comment section below. And that shall be our symbol to one another that I acknowledge you as a true member of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet for having paid attention to the video up to this stage and having not skipped through all these little parts. And it also means that everyone else in the comment section will be wondering why people are typing the Grand Cat Rocks and the Grand Cat is replying only with the little Grand Cat acknowledge me little symbol. I'm calling it a symbol because I don't know whether it is a sticker or an emoji or what YouTube likes to call them. But it is an image of Grand Cat with his finger up acknowledging the tribal cats in the comment section below. Also, if you become a paid member of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet, you also get access to those exact same little emojis. I have a couple that I use on YouTube. There's significantly more on Discord. There is the Acknowledge Me one, which is... well, it's actually called Acknowledge Meow, is the name of it. It's a Grand Cat with a little Roman Reigns finger up in the air. There's another one that's called... it's just called Pog, which is Grand Cat with a big happy smile on his face. Generally, I use that when it is cause for celebration. I've got one that's just called Ha, which is a confused Grand Cat with little stars around his head. Oh, we just completed the collectible master. Oh, is that for getting 150 of the fusion tokens? I believe it is. Actually, if we use energy in King of the Ring, we'll be able to... So we go, we've got the Pro John Cena, which is very, very cool. I'll lock that down. But if I go ahead and use energy in the King of the Ring, it'll give us a rarity draft pick as well. So I think if we just go into here and we just go like this. There we go. That is the Energizer done. You don't even need to start the King of the Ring. Just go ahead and grab that, and it gives us a free rarity draft pick. And we'll go for this one in the top right, shall we? Which gave us a WrestleMania 41 Lexus King. Which I'm fairly sure we don't need, so I think we can go ahead and dust that. Let's go ahead and clear these off the board as well. And yes, I think we can dust all of them. I don't think we need any of them. Now we'll jump back into here, use these last few picks here. The last few Summerslam rocks. To try our best to get a few more rewards. So we've got maybe 2 left, and then we can go ahead and play our freebies for today. Weird waiting on network happening there, very unusual. Got an unhinged Obafemi. And we've got exactly 10 cards left. And this will put us up to at least 5. With a maximum of 9, depending on whether we can get 3 skulls or not. Okay, that gives us 7, I believe. Unless we pull the Chad Cable pack once again. And there we are, okay. And let's go ahead and... Actually, another thing we can do is we can get some of these rewards. Because now that we've used some super coins, these aren't actually as bad. So... yeah, let's just go ahead and claim all of them. Or should we do that in a separate video? You know what, I think I will. I'll save those for a separate video because we've already done quite a lot in today's video. And that'll make for a nice little treat for us. So we're going to play Lights Out for free. It's going to give us the chance at getting this JC Jane. Last time I spent credits until I managed to complete the entire board, which was very, very expensive. and it gave us no rewards whatsoever. So I am literally just playing this one for free, and whatever it wants to give us is fine. If we get the JC Jane off of it, that is very, very cool. But other than that, I am not going to be spending credits to try and finish off the Lights Out board. There's a tiny bike off, I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. So the first one gives you 25, and then each one you have to spend more and more credits to get 5 additional draft picks. And it does become quite expensive towards the end. And we're just going to go ahead and claim an exit there. Get 2 packs. It'd be nicer if these cards were all Summerslam and not random things like Detention and Legions or Royal Rumbles and Infernos that we really don't need. And again, we didn't get any rewards that were really worthwhile. Blockbuster has been significantly better to us. It just occurred to me, I've never actually noticed this depth boost. Would you like to spend credits to boost the next shape card you play? Does it change them into like a, instead of like 1s, it's a 2 instead? How much does it increase it by? Does it just boost it by 1? I don't know. I'm not going to do it though. Let's just go ahead and do this. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, that was unfortunate that it wasn't there. Okay, we found the gold one, and it looks like it's going downwards. We don't know where the silver one is yet. Okay, I think it's only possible for us to do one of these. And I think we're going to be satisfied with that there. We're just going to go ahead and claim an exit. And again, nothing that was incredible from that one, but at least it didn't cost us any credits, which is always nice. Let's go ahead and claim a free pack here. I don't think any of those particularly help either. We have enough. We have 11 in our SummerSlam rocks. So let's go ahead and use these up. Plus 0 to the Mega Collection as expected. And after we do this, that will be the end of today's little video. However, there might be another video going up a little bit later on, depending how quickly I complete War Games. And there we go, we didn't grab anything special in the end, but that is completely fine. And there we go, a little bit of a longer video than usual today, and I'm at 500 of 500, so I'm going to have to work out what it is that I am getting rid of. A little bit later on, I'm also going to try and work on getting the Pro Batista, which will be very nice to see as well. And we still haven't had any luck pulling the JC Jane yet. So this is £14.79. It's a 20% chance at pulling either JC Jane or Rey Mysterio. 10% chance that the 100 Super SummerSlam 2025 tokens. I don't know why I was trying to say super. don't know how I feel about it. I would actually be infinitely fair if it was a 20% chance and it was only the JC Jane, as opposed to the JC Jane and the Rey Mysterio, because it's 50-50, it's like, I don't really want to go trying that and then pulling another Rey Mysterio. I'd rather get the JC Jane that I don't have. The bonus pack has a 10% chance of the JC Jane, which is only £3.69. Okay, so I'm going to show you something about percentages, actually. See how this is a 20% chance, but it's 50-50, on whether you get the JC Jane or the Rey Mysterio. What that actually means is you've actually got a 10% chance at the Rey Mysterio and a 10% chance at the JC Jane. Now, although you do have a 20% chance of pulling either of them, because it's 50-50, means that if you do get that 20% chance, only 50% of the time you'll get the one that you're actually after. So really, you've got a 10% chance of the Rey Mysterio and a 10% chance at the JC Jane, whereas that costs £14.79. Whereas this is £3.69 and it's a 10% chance at the JC Jane. So it's actually the same percentage chance of pulling the JC Jane, but for significantly cheaper. So the bonus pack is actually a lot better than the High Flying Influence bundle if you are going to try and get yourself the JC Jane card. And I'm tempted, honestly. It may not be such a bad idea. It also contains 8 of the cards that appear in the Mega Collection. This one, of course, has significantly more. It's got 15 of the cards that appear in the Mega Collection, and it's also got 25 regular Summerslam cards. So, I mean, of the 25 regular Summerslam cards, you might get lucky and you might pull one of the cards that you still need off your Mega Collection as well. So, I'm mildly tempted. I don't know whether I'll get them or not. We will see. If I do, I'll probably do them off camera because you have to actually buy them, and the game does not like you recording buying anything, so might do that off screen. If I do manage to pull one, I'll reveal it in a later video. I don't know. I'm unsure. Also, this SummerSlam Legacy Mega Pack that contains 15 of these, it was minus 10% not that long ago, and now it's back up to 1500. It was at 1350. So I think that's a little bit weird that that's went back up. I haven't seen a pack re-increase in price before, so I'm not sure what was going on there, but that's a little bit unusual. But it looks like I've got a little bit of work to do myself because I'm at 500 of 500, which means that I won't be able to play War Games, which is starting in just over an hour. Or at the point this video goes up, it'll probably be starting in the next half hour. And with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little video, and I really hope you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.